I can't get over my face in this top 8. It's just hidden. It's just shrouded in darkness. I kind of look thick. That lighting, I feel like, did not help my case, right? Yeah. I mean, this is what I was talking about in the Knuckle Dew matchup. I was thinking to myself that he might play Cammy against Minot in the last match, or I thought G, but instead we get to see Mago go back to Cammy. To be honest with you, chat room, I don't know about y'all, but I thought his Cammy looked better than his Karen like the entire tournament. I think that this character, he just looked way more comfortable on than Karen in this version of the game. That's one thing about her V-skill that's kind of unfortunate. If she commits to the V-skill and she hits you with something, she can't combo. It's like she hits counter hit, crouch, medium punch. Instead of being able to do crouch, medium kick, uppercut, or whatever there for stun, he just committed to the V-skill. Yeah, I brought that up as well, too, on this match. I think in between one of the games, I remember saying I'm surprised Sako played Minot against Mago's Cammy, but not Knuckle Dew's. Maybe he was just confident Knuckle Dew wouldn't know. Or he was thinking about the character matchups. I'm not sure. This range is really hard. You know, when your back is to the wall against Cammy, she can just perfectly space dive kicks on you over and over. That's why this is one of the smartest things I ever learned about fighting games. Filipino Man taught me this. I asked him how he fought Yun with Rose. I was like, that matchup seems very hard. And he told me the key to beating dive kick characters is to walk forward and stand block. And I never thought about that. At the time, this is like years and years and years ago, Filipino Man was telling me this, and I didn't really get it, because I was like, how the fuck does he fight Yun players with Rose? Like, he almost beat Kazunoko at final round. I was like, what was your strategy? He said, walk forward and stand block. So notice that I just mentioned that in the corner, when Cammy does dive kicks, it's very easy for her to space against you. Watch in slow-mo what Sako does here, right? This is how he gets the punish. Look at what he does. Walk up, stand block. Boop. Bang. See that? Dive kicks, the way they work is they're more plus or minus the closer they are to your legs. So you're aiming for the bottom of your opponent's hurt box. You're trying to hit their legs or their feet. So if you walk forward, first of all, the dive kick will hit you sooner, which means it's going to be higher up. And if you stand up, your character hitbox is taller, so the dive kick hits you earlier. If you crouch, you're fatter and you're lower to the ground, so the dive kick hits you later. You're also not a moving target, right? So against dive kick characters, you want to be moving, so it's hard for them to space their dive kicks. So in this instance, notice that Sako walks forward, stands block. Even though he just blocked crouch medium punch, the first thing on his mind is I should walk forward and block. So that way the next dive kick is not spaced out. So you know you see Cammy in the corner do like medium punch, jump, dive kick. She's plus, down jab, medium punch, jump, dive kick. She just keeps doing it over and over on people. This right here is matchup knowledge. For Sako to just show this, right? It's matchup knowledge right here. And a very good understanding of how Cammy works and the kind of pressure she's going to go for. Right, so just watch it again. Crouch medium punch, steps forward, stand block, dive kick is now punishable instead of plus. Really important. This is one of those little skills. And when you watch it in like full speed, it's very hard to even see, right? Boop. A little walk forward. Past me is talking about it, but in full speed, you just sometimes don't even notice it. You're like, huh. See. Look at this. Look at this again. He, in the corner, he blocks crouching medium punch. What does Sako do? Takes a little step forward. You see that little tiny block forward, just in case he does jump dive kick. So then Mago's like, okay, I'm going to walk up and throw. See how he walks forward a little bit, block, walks forward a little bit, block every time? He's just thinking about it. He's like, all right, let me do this just in case. Mago recognized that, so he's like, okay, cool. You want to adjust? You want to do it like that? I'll just walk up and throw you. It's pretty funny. That's just the immediate adjustment from Mago. It's an immediate understanding of what Sako's doing and how to counter it. It's cool, right? That's what's so fun about fighting games. I think if he hit jumping medium punch, that would have worked. See walk up block a lot from Sako. He keeps doing it over and over because he knows that that's like what he needs to do to beat the dive kick. So if you're Mago, you just start regular jumping or you start walking up and challenging. What? That sucks. It's okay though. Something that Sako does a lot, you just saw there as well, is throw the orb and then recall it for the meaty. He lets the orb be the meaty instead of having Manat do it, and it's like really safe because the orb is coming back. You don't care about having to commit to a meaty. The orb is going to do the hard work for you, and it's very safe. You don't have to hit a button. If they uppercut, then the orb is there, so you're like, okay, cool. You're chilling. You're like, great. I feel very good about that. That's why you see on knockdowns, Sako will throw light or heavy orb and then recall and just like walk up a lot. He just wants the orb to be the meaty so that he doesn't have to do it with his character. That was great. Cannon spike. Sparrow. Cammy's a cool character. Oh, he missed his dive kick. I wouldn't play Cammy, but I can see why people like her. She seems real fun. Side switch? Oh, wow, that was in the front. Maybe reset? That was a reset, but he missed it. It was supposed to be a dive kick. Missed the dive kick again. You just forced the dive kick into a throw mix-up again, for sure. Oh. Well, now if you're Mago, V-Trigger's running out, so you maybe don't even have to use it. Yeah. You just wait it out at that point. It's such a bad spot. See the walk up after again from Sako? Always looking for the dive kick. Yeah, that was a combo. Damn. He tried to escape the corner. That was a cool setup. Too bad he didn't really get anything off of it. And right there, that should have been Sako getting punished. When he did orb recall there, Mago should have hit a button. The orb was behind him, so it wasn't really a threat. But it's hard to recognize that in the match, I think, right? It's like in the middle of the match, you don't even think about it. You're so busy looking like, okay, well, how am I going to get in? What am I going to do? And then that happens, and you're like, sometimes you're not ready. Yeah, you have to be careful about jumping and dive kicking. Critical art, real dangerous. Dead. Still Manat does not switch characters to Kage. And you know he's playing Lucia for a bit, but I think probably Manat Kage is the duo this season. He could have committed to crouching medium kick there, but I think he had already planned not to. That's not even that big of a punish. You know, understanding how to take risks against Manat is very important, right? Before she has resources, but if the orb is not behind you, the punishes she gets are really kind of, they're a non-factor. They don't hurt very much. So when you saw Mago do raw drill, he got punished with short V skill. I mean, that does like 10% damage, right? It's not a big deal. That time you see the regular jump, that was a throw bait. So he wanted Sako to like throw tech so that Mago could get EX dive kick uppercut for the kill, maybe, or close to it. No, I don't think I'm gonna be at the DBFZ final. Skipping jury. The thing is that the jury matches were beatdowns, right? Like Info just went 0-2 in top 8. Man, Sako's defense against Cammy is very good. You know, despite this matchup, like, I think not being so great, especially when you get cornered. I think the little defensive choices he makes with his movement are really important. Yeah, again, even crouching medium kick drill is not that big to eat there. Yeah, good knowledge from Mago there not to do anything. Sako had zero risk here. When he did orb recall, stand light kick, notice how he just walks up and waits. He blocks. The orb was the meaty right there, right? So he doesn't have to do anything. He just has to be born to fish and forced to work. Could drop the big 6 months. Thanks very much. He let the orb be the meaty. So if Mago hit a button or uppercut, Sako is safe. Good knowledge. It's just good understanding of the situation, right? Another thing that happens in this matchup is you start to see Mago whiffing dive kicks. It's because Sako is walking forward so much after blocking stuff. No, it's too much scaling. He wasn't going to be able to kill him. Nice. Yeah, he starts to whiff dive kicks because what Sako is doing is like every time he's in the corner and he blocks a button, he walks up blocks, right? And so what ends up happening is Mago is like trying to shallow the dive kicks so that he can catch him when he's like, you know, walking up and blocking, and then he ends up just whiffing because of it because he's walking backwards. The other thing that we see is because Sako blocks a move and then walks up and blocks to change where the dive kick hits him, Mago starts dashing or trying to walk up throw or stuff like that to beat that, which means reversal jab is going to hit more like we saw at the end of last round. So that is one of the other benefits of that defensive choice from Sako. It's very good. It's definitely some, like, the little details right there are, like, where I think you really gain a lot of mileage. People often talk about, nice whiff punish. People often talk about the lack of defensive options in this game, but I think little things like that will improve your game quite a bit. Damn, that is unlucky. Unlucky that he got thrown. Yeah. It was fierce, right? Yeah, he had fierce. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. I was making sure past me was right. James said he walked back into the throw, but I was pretty sure he hit fierce. He did. Sometimes you miss the little details. Live especially, right? That's why going back to watch it's good. Oh. He should have done... That was unoptimal from Mago. He should have done... He had two options to kill here, I think. He does EX uppercut here, or EX drill, I guess, or you activate off crouching medium punch. He has V trigger because of the crush, right? He just built it on this crush counter. So he does forward heavy kick, crouching medium punch, V trigger, drill uppercut, right? Nah, I don't blame him. In the heat of the moment, it's hard to tell. Like in the other game, I thought Abigail did medium punch live, but it was a command throw because the startup of it is all we saw, and it looked like it.
Mago, you know, a lot of people defensively tech in that left-right situation. I think it's a good choice to make Sako kind of sit still.
Nah, Kage's good in this version. He's not as good as people think, I don't think, but he's good.
You know, waiting to drill it just in case he whiffs it.
Ooh, not that time. No anti-air. And guess what? Mago gets that jump in, and when you get that jump in, there's so much frame advantage. You can apply any mix-up you want.
You know, what's interesting, too, about the ground game is if Sako starts to do fierce a lot, then Mago just walks back and whiff punishes with drill or jump dive kick. Yeah, I mean, you know. But if you're waiting for that, then Sako can walk up and do medium punch or jab or whatever. He dies in one hit. Yeah. Oh, that's unlucky. That backdash there, I think, was him looking for a whiff so he could whiff punish with critical art. That should have been it.
Oh my, Mago, he's gonna look to buffer it if there's a whip from Sako as well too.
Wow, raw orb toss.
Didn't expect it. Just walks into it. Sako staying alive.
That's pretty risky. I guess at that range, it's not so bad.
Walks back, yeah, has to respect it. You see the recall?
Oh, pouncing right under there.
Man, EX Hooligan's cheap. You guys know that?
Too far away for that to connect.
See that jump back tab again.
All right, here we go. Finally went
The reason the throw works is because he's hit roundhouse like 9 times.
So you know he's not gonna attack.
Why don't I compete? I do compete. I have the world record in speedrunning your mom. Nice light kick.
Yeah, backdash. We've seen that answer consistently from Mago so far after the activation.
Yep.
Wow, really? What's supposed to happen with this EX? I guess he wants the animation on it.
Mago so far after.
I think the reason Mago is empty jumping, by the way, is to bait orb release. You know how, like, at this range especially, you know how Sako likes to do orb release, and then if you dive kick, the orb hits you, and then he combos with EX orb toss? I think that's why Mago empty jumped.
So far after the activation.
Yep. Oh, a trade.
Great trade from Mago actually. Too.
Right.
Yeah, do not get hit by crouching heavy punch or standing heavy punch at this point.
Yeah. There's like 4 win conditions for Mago here, and they're all bad for Sako, and all pretty easy for her to land. Okay, that's good. He has critical R on the next hit.
Missed the meteor, but
Yeah, the meteor orb did not combo because he threw heavy orb, and Mago crouched. If he did medium or light orb here, then it would have worked. But yeah, I mean, he's crouching during the recovery animation, so the heavy orb just goes over his head.
the meteor, but it didn't end up mattering. Mago has activation available.
He's swinging a little hard for the crouching heavy punch. Dead. Very good.
Uppercut into super. Mago is gonna book himself a ticket to the
Finish.
finals to go up against Nauman. Here at EVO Japan, Sako finishing in third.
Oh man, I love Mago.